ሰላም የተከበራችሁ የእውቀት ስንቅ ቤተሰቦች እንዴት ቆያችሁ? ይህ የእውቀት ስንቅ ነው። በዚህ ቪዲዮ እንግዲህ ጀነራል ሳይኮሎጂ የአዲስ አበባ ዩኒቨርሲቲ ፋይናል ኤግዛም ነው የምናየው። ወደ ጥያቄዎቹ ከመግባታችን በፊት ለዚህ ዩቲዩብ ቻናል አዲስ ከሆናችሁ ቤተሰብ መሆናችሁን እንዳትዘንጉ። ከታች ሰብስክራይብ የምትለውን በተን በመጫን ቤተሰብ ሁኑ። እንዲሁም ቪዲዮን ከወደዳችሁ ላይክ ማድረግ እንዳትረሱ። ቀጥታ ወደ ጥያቄዎቹ። ፓርት 1 ላይ የምናገኘው ማቺንግ ነው። 50 ጥያቄ ነው በአጠቃላይ ያለው። ጥያቄዎቹን እንጀምር። Question number 1. According to Freud, one can cover it with a facade of love, be extremely nice when they harbor negative reaction, or mask cruelty with excessive kindness. Question number 2. Behavior such as weeping, excessive dependence, thumb sucking, hiding, or clinging to the teacher. Question number 3. Showing carelessness on her duty, then instead of showing her anger towards the ward sister, the student nurse shows aggressive feeling on a patient. Question number 4. A woman who can't give birth decided to adopt someone's baby to satisfy her child need. Question number 5. A student dismissed from a university explains that education is not essential to quality life. Column B. A. Rationalization. B. Repression. C. Denial. D. Reaction formation. A. Displacement. F. Regression. G. Projection. H. Sublimation. Please pause the video and match the questions. Question number 1. Answer D. Reaction formation. Question number 2. Answer F. Regression. Question number 3. Answer A. Displacement. Question number 4. Answer H. Sublimation. Question number 5. Answer A. Rationalization. Part 2. Choose. We have 45 choose questions. Let's proceed. Question number 6. A psychology researcher is interested to study the detailed lived experience, challenges, and coping mechanisms of Mr. Kabada, who is suffering from lung cancer. Which type of research is most appropriate to conduct this study? A. Naturalist observation. B. Correlational study. C. Case study. D. Survey. Please pause the video and answer the question. For every question, after listening the question, please pause the video and answer the question by yourself. Question number 6. Answer C. Case study. A case study involves an in-depth examination of a single individual, group, or phenomenon. It allows researchers to gather detailed information about specific cases, including personal experiences, behaviors, and coping mechanisms. In this case, conducting a case study will provide a valuable insight into Mr. Kabada's unique situation and experience with lung cancer. Therefore, the correct answer is C. Case study. Question number 7. One major difference between a humanist therapist and a behavioral therapist is that A. Behavioral therapist places the entire burden on the client for the client's own healing. B. Humanist therapist focuses more on empathy and support for the clients. C. Humanist therapist pays attention to uncovering unconscious conflict. The behavioral therapist can offer medication to her or his client. Pause the video and answer by yourself. Question number 7. Answer B. Humanist therapist focuses more on empathy and support for the clients. Humanist therapists such as those practicing person-centered therapy developed by Carl Rogers emphasize the importance of empathy, unconditional positive regard, and support in the therapeutic relationship. They focus on helping clients achieve self-actualization and personal growth through understanding and acceptance. On the other hand, while behavioral therapists may also provide support and empathy, their primary focus is on modifying behavior through techniques such as reinforcement, conditioning, and cognitive behavioral strategy. They may not emphasize empathy to the same extent as humanist therapists, as their approach is more structured and focused on observable behavior. Question number 8. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which one is wrongly matched? A. Physiological need for sex, security need, health insurance, social need, romantic attachment, D. Esteem need, strong concern for democratic value. Answer A. Physiological need for sex. Humanist therapy such as those practicing person-centered therapy developed by Carl Rogers emphasize the importance of empathy, unconditional positive regard, and support in the therapeutic relationship. They focus on helping a client achieve self-actualization and personal growth through understanding and acceptance. Sorry. That description is mismatched. I apologize for mismatching. Question number 9. When her new dorm mate asked Zion to join them at a party and told her to bring some alcoholic drink as her share for joining the party, she was very worried, and although she did not want to go to such a party, she went to the party not to disappoint her dorm mate. Zion has primarily experienced dash. A. Peer pressure, B. Indecision, C. Interpersonal conflict, D. Social stress. Question number 9. Answer A. Peer pressure. Peer pressure occurs when individuals feel influenced by their peers to conform to certain behaviors, attitudes, or actions. In this scenario, Sion feels pressured by her dorm mate to attend a party and bring alcoholic drinks, even though she may not want to participate. Her decision to attend the party, despite her reluctance, is driven by the pressure from her peers to conform to their expectations. Question number 10. Early in the morning while crossing the street, let's say you saw a mentally ill person standing still just like a statue. When returning back at night, let's say you found the same person at the same place, standing in the same bizarre position. What type of schizophrenia would you say he is suffering from most likely? A. Dissociative type, B. Paranoid type, C. Atypical type, D. Catatonic type. Question number 10. Answer D. Catatonic type. Catatonic schizophrenia is characterized by disturbance in movement, which can include remaining in a fixed or bizarre posture for extended period of time. Catatonic stupor The individual may also display waxy flexibility where they maintain the position in which they are placed by others. Question number 11. Taya is in love with Melanie. When he looks at her, his heartbeat increases and sweets. Then he experiences pleasant emotion. Which theory of emotion could explain the case well? A. Cognitive arousal. B. James Lang. C. Canon Bart. D. Stitcher Singer. Question 11. Answer B. James Lang. The James Lang theory of emotion proposes that emotions are a result of physiological reaction to stimuli. According to this theory, when Taya looks at Melat and experiences an increased heart rate and sweating, this physiological response leads to the experience of emotion. In this case, his increased heart rate and sweating contribute to his feeling of pleasant emotion towards Melat. Question number 12. A theoretical framework of psychology that strongly rejected and defenses of consciousness as well as the notion about unconscious influences with a contented effort of scientific investigation strictly on actions that could be objectively measured and verified is A. Cognitive perspective, B. Behavioral perspective, C. Humanistic perspective, D. Cross-cultural perspective. Question number 12. Answer B. Behavioral perspective. The behavioral perspective, rooted in the work of behaviorists such as John B. Watson and B. F. Skinner, emphasized the importance of studying observable behavior rather than subjective experience, like consciousness or unconscious process. Behaviorists believed that psychology should focus on external factors that can be observed and measured, such as stimuli and response, and rejected the study of internal mental process. Question number 13. When Sarah returned from combat in the Ethio-Eritrean War, she began experiencing high anxiety that has persisted without any improvement. This example illustrates which anxiety-related disorder? A. Post-traumatic stress, B. Obsessive-compulsive, C. Anxiety, D. Panic. Question number 13. Answer A. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) is an anxiety disorder that can develop after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event such as combat, natural disasters, accidents, or assault. Symptoms of PTSD include intrusive thoughts or memories of the traumatic event, avoidance of triggers associated with the event, negative changes in mood or thinking, and heightened arousal or reactivity such as anxiety. Question number 14. Which of the following statement explains personality most appropriately? Personality refers to A. Value judgment made about a person's ethical behavior. B. Characteristics that makes a person common with others. Unique pattern of behavior that characterize a person. D. Behavioral patterns a person shows specific to certain time and situation. Question number 4. Answer C. Unique pattern of behavior that characterize a person. Personality refers to an individual's unique pattern of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that persist over time and across different situations. It encompasses various traits, tendencies, and characteristics that distinguish one person from another. Question number 15. Samuel, who is a freshman at Addis Ababa University, has got difficulties in studying, sleeping, and the university guidance and counseling expertise. When diagnosed by the psychologist, Samuel was sometimes eating and attending classes. After some weeks of those symptoms, he wanted to talk with raised by his father while he was a kid. He was also addicted to chewing while he was in high school, and because of his addictive behavior, he thinks that all his friends hated and ignored him. Samuel is lonely and isolated in the university though. What kind of approach is most appropriate to treat Samuel's difficulties, which arose from different causes? A. Eclectic. B. Cognitive. C. Psychodynamic. D. Behavioral. Question number 15. Answer: eclectic. An eclectic approach involves drawing from multiple therapeutic approaches and techniques to tailor the treatment to the individual's specific needs and circumstances. In Samuel's case, an eclectic approach would allow the therapist to address his academic challenges, addictive behavior, interpersonal issues, and emotional struggles through a combination of cognitive, behavior, psychodynamic, and possibly other therapeutic strategies as needed. Question number 16. A soldier who passes through hardship mission for several months tries to cope with stressful life events by using relaxation and body massage during his rest time. In this case, which type of stress coping mechanism was implemented by the soldier? The soldier is using an effort to accept the problem, change the situation, alter one's cognition about the situation, alter the unpleasant emotional consequence of the stress. Question number 16. Answer D. Alter the unpleasant emotional consequence of the stress. Relaxation technique and massage can help alleviate stress by promoting relaxation, reducing muscle tension, and providing a sense of comfort and well-being. By engaging in these activities during his rest time, the soldier is effectively addressing the emotional consequence of the stress he experienced during his hardship missions. Okay, students, please pause the video and take 5 seconds to subscribe our YouTube channel. If you like it, like the video and share with friends. Let's proceed. Question number 7. Which one of the following is not among the criteria to label someone as mentally ill? If someone dash has consistent difficulties to work with colleagues, has a symptom of normal anxiety, has insomnia for weeks, behaves against the social standards. Question number 17. Answer D. Behaves against the social standard. While behavior that deviates significantly from social norms may be considered a factor in assessing mental illness, it is not sufficient on its own to label someone as mentally ill. Mental illness diagnosis typically involves a comprehensive evaluation of various factors, including symptom impairment in functioning, duration of symptom, and distress or impairment caused by the symptoms. Question number 18. Which one of the following is not true about factors that affect attention? A. People are attracted to unique objects that customer wants. B. Moving objects tend to get your attention more than non-moving objects. C. Bigger and brighter stimuli are more likely to capture your attention. D. Similar stimuli attract attention more easily than contrast one. Question number 18. Answer D. Similar stimuli attract attention more easily than contrasting ones. The question is about which one of the following is not true about factors that affect attention. So, by the definition, in reality, contrasting stimuli are more likely to capture attention than similar stimuli. This phenomenon is known as the pop-out effect or Contrast effect. When stimuli are different from their surrounding, they stand out and are more salient, making them more likely to attract attention. This is why, for example, a red apple in a basket of green apples is more likely to catch your eye. Question number 19. According to Carl Rogers' theory of personality, anxiety and neurotic behavior is caused when A. A person faces with obstacle to exercise his or her natural ability. B. A person gains freedom to exercise his or her organismic value. C. The discrepancy between real self and ideal self narrows. D. A person gains unconditional positive regard. Question number 19. Answer C. The discrepancy between real self and ideal self narrows. Rogers proposed that individuals experience anxiety when there is a significant incongruence or discrepancy between their actual experience, real self, and their ideal self, which represents their aspiration or expectation. When the gap between real self and ideal self narrows, individuals may experience anxiety and engage in defensive behavior to cope with this discrepancy. This discrepancy leads to a feeling of incongruence and contributes to the development of neurotic behaviors. Question number 20. Early school of thought in psychology emphasizes on the study of the mind because mind is the key for human beings' survival in the environment. What is it? A. Structuralism. B. Functionalism. C. Behavior. D. Psychoanalysis. Question number 20. Answer B. Functionalism. Functionalism was a school of psychology that emerged in the late 19th and early 20th century, particularly associated with American psychologists such as William James. Functionalists focused on understanding the function and purpose of mental process, emphasizing how the mind adapts to its environment to help individuals survive and thrive. Unlike structuralism, which aimed to analyze the structure of consciousness into its basic element, functionalism emphasized the practical function of mental process in guiding behavior. Question number 21. David, a 27-year-old adult, indicated in his interview with a well-known TV show about his career success, saying, "The source of my success is personal understanding about my potential, which helps me to know in which area I should invest my skill, knowledge, and in general, I know when an opportunity is a good fit for me." In this case, which life skill component is more evident? A. Emotional intelligence. B. Self-control. C. Self-awareness. D. Self-esteem. Question number 21. Answer C. Self-awareness. David demonstrates self-awareness by understanding his own potential, knowing where to invest his skills and knowledge, and recognizing when an opportunity aligns well with his ability and interest. This awareness of oneself is crucial for making informed decisions about career paths and seizing opportunities that are a good fit. Emotional intelligence, self-control, and self-esteem may also play roles in his success, but based on the information provided, self-awareness is the most prominent skill demonstrated. Question number 22. A visually impaired beggar on the street of Addis Ababa is pleading in a usual way with a piece of paper attached on floor in front of him which reads, "I'm blind, help him." But no one is giving him a cent for long hours. A stranger who bypasses has observed that the technique used by the beggar is not effective in inducing the bypassers to give him money. Thus, the stranger changed the beggar's poster to, "Today is a beautiful day, yet I can't see." Then he collected large sum of money. How could you describe the stranger's characteristics? He is more A. A critical thinker. B. Creative thinker. C. Both critical and creative thinker. D. Neither critical nor creative thinker. Question number 22. Answer B. Creative thinker. He observed the situation, recognized the ineffectiveness of the current approach, and came up with a novel and emotionally compelling way to communicate the bigger situation. This demonstrates creativity in problem solving and thinking outside the box to achieve a desired outcome, while critical thinking involves analyzing and evaluating information. The stranger's action here primarily involves generating a new and effective solution, which aligns more closely with creative thinking. Question number 23. Mengistu is an admitted patient in Saint Emmanuel Mental Hospital. Since the time when he was admitted, he has been taking both psychotherapy and capsule as treatment. The psychotherapy treatment focuses on identifying the behaviors that are causing Mengistu's problem and then replace them with appropriate behavior by applying the principles of operant conditioning. This type of psychotherapy belongs to the model A. Humanistic existential model. B. Psychodynamic model. C. Biological model. D. Behavioral model. Question number 23. D. Behavioral model. This model emphasizes observable behavior and the role of learning in shaping and modifying behavior, making it a fitting description for the treatment approach described in the scenario. Question number 24. An instructor praises the student sometimes after one correct answer, other times after three correct answers, and so on. This type of schedule of reinforcement is what? A. Variable ratio schedule. B. Fixed ratio schedule. C. Variable interval schedule. D. Fixed interval schedule. Question number 24. Answer A. Variable ratio schedule. In this schedule, reinforcement praise in this case is delivered after an unpredictable number of responses, which tends to produce high and steady rate of responding. Question number 25. People who donate anonymously to charity are probably motivated by A. Social motivation. B. Secondary motives. C. Extrinsic motivation. D. Intrinsic motivation. Question number 25. Answer D. Intrinsic motivation. This type of motivation refers to engaging in a behavior because it is personally rewarding or satisfying, rather than for any external reward or pressures. Anonymous donation suggests that the individual's motivation comes from is driven by their personal value, empathy, or desire to make a positive impact rather than seeking external recognition or social approval. Extrinsic motivation. Question number 26. Mr. Tolosa usually locks and unlocks a door 5 up to 10 times before leaving home, and even he returns from his way to the workplace to his home to check whether the door was locked properly. This statement best describes A. Generalized anxiety disorder. B. Obsessive compulsive disorder. C. Post-traumatic stress disorder. D. Agoraphobia. Question number 26. Answer B. Obsessive compulsive disorder. OCD is characterized by the presence of obsession, unwanted intrusive thoughts, images or urges, and/or compulsions, repetitive behavior or mental acts performed in response to obsession or according to rigid rules. In this case, Mr. Tolosa repeated checking of the door and returning home to check again suggests compulsive behavior driven by obsessive thought about the security of the door being properly locked. Students, please pause the video and take a rest. After that, if you like the video, make sure that you have subscribed the channel and like and share. Let's proceed. ከዛ በፊት ግን ይሄኛው ስንቶቻችንን ያጠቃናል? ኦብሴሲቭ ኮምፐልሲቭ ዲስኦርደር። ኦብሴሲቭ ኮምፐልሲቭ ዲስኦርደር ለግቢ ተማሪዎች ከሆነ ዶርም ዘግታችሁ ወጣችሁ ስንት ጊዜ ተመልሳችኋል ዶርሙን ቼክ ለማድረግ? ኦሲዲ በርግጥ ወደዛ ላይገባ ይችላል፣ ግን ቀስ በቀስ ካደገ ሊገባ ስለሚችል take care of it, be careful. Let's proceed. Question number 27. Assume that Almaz had been watching cooking shows on a television when she was a child. After some years, when asked to make a dish or for an event, she exhibited the knowledge. In this scenario, Almaz's way of learning is best expressed by A. Operant conditioning, B. Classical conditioning, C. Latent learning, D. Insight learning. Question number 27. Answer C. Latent learning. Latent learning refers to learning that occurs without any obvious reinforcement or motivation to learn, and it may not be immediately demonstrated in behavior. Almaz's acquisition of cooking knowledge from watching television cooking shows without any immediate need to demonstrate it aligns with the concept of latent learning. She acquired the knowledge over time through observation, and it became apparent when she was later asked to make a dish for an event. Question number 28. When your psychology instructor teaches you the theories of personality by comparing the psychoanalytic theory of personality with the cognitive and behavioral theories, which method of note-taking is appropriate for you? Charting method, B. Acronym using method, C. Outlining method, D. Cornell method of taking note. Question number 28. Answer A. Charting method. Indeed, remains the most appropriate choice for organizing and visually comparing the psychoanalytic theory with cognitive and behavioral theories. Thank you for allowing me to reevaluate. Charting method. Question number 29. A perspective which states that the cause of psychological disorder is mainly arises from problems in information processing and developing self-defeating thoughts, which leads to the development of negative emotions and self-destructive behavior is what? A. Learning perspective, B. Cognitive perspective, C. Psychoanalytic perspective, D. Biological perspective. Question number 29. Answer B. Cognitive perspective. This perspective focuses on how thoughts and perception influence behavior and emotional experiences, and it often addresses cognitive distortions and maladaptive thought patterns as central factor in psychological disorders. Question number 13. One of the following statements is not true about short-term memory. A. It has limited capacity and duration. B. Information stored is readily available for use. C. It is possible to prolong it for a long period of time by rehearsal. D. It is a direct replica of the information from the environment. Question number 13. Answer D. It is a direct replica of the information from the environment. Short-term memory does not store a direct replica of the information from the environment. Rather, it holds information temporarily and processes it for immediate use. The other statement about short-term memory, A, B, and C are accurate. Question number 31. The decay theory of forgetting asserts that people forget information when the information is what? A. Has been replaced with newer information. B. Is overloaded with emotions. C. Is deteriorated with the passage of time. D. Has a negative emotional impact. Question number 31. Answer C. Is deteriorated with the passage of time. According to this theory, memories fade or decay over time if they are not accessed or rehearsed, leading to forgetting. This decay occurs due to the natural process of forgetting and the fading of memory traces over time. Question number 32. According to psychodynamic theory, people are A. Biological creatures driven by fundamental biological needs that produce psychological tension until the needs are met. B. Social creatures driven by sociological needs that produce psychological tension until the needs are met. C. Biological creatures driven by fundamental biological needs that produce psychological tension until the needs are met. D. Social creatures driven by biological needs that produce physiological tension until the needs are met. Question number 32. Answer C. Biological creatures driven by fundamental biological needs that produce physiological tension until the needs are met. Psychodynamic theory developed by Sigmund Freud emphasized the role of unconscious process and early childhood experience in shaping behavior and personality. It suggests that individuals are primarily driven by unconscious biological forces such as instincts and needs, which influence their thought, feeling, and behavior. These biological needs can create psychological tension until they are satisfied or fulfilled. Question number 33. The humanistic perspective of personality theory emphasizes A. The importance of unconscious process and the influences of early childhood experience. B. The description and measurement of a specific personality difference among individuals. C. Learning and conscious cognitive process. D. Self and fulfillment of person's unique potential. Question number 33. Answer D. Self and the fulfillment of person's unique potential. This perspective, which emerged in the mid-20th century with the psychologists like Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow, focused on the inherent goodness and potential of individuals. It emphasizes personal growth, self-actualization, and the importance of subjective experience and perception in understanding personality. This perspective contrasts with other theories such as psychodynamic perspective of Finney, which emphasizes unconscious process, and the trait perspective option B, which focuses on describing and measuring specific personality difference. Question number 34. Walter Mister of Stanford University set out to study whether deferred gratification can be an indicator of future success. He conducted an experiment and found out that those who deferred gratification were significantly more competent and received higher aptitude test scores than their peers, meaning that these characteristics may remain with a person for life. Which life skill was most important for the outcomes? A. Self-esteem. B. Self-concept. C. Self-control. D. Self-confidence. Question number 34. Answer C. Self-control. Deferred gratification, which is always raised immediate temptation in favor of a later reward, is closely related to self-control. Individuals who demonstrate higher level of self-control are more likely to delay gratification and achieve better long-term outcomes, such as higher competence and aptitude test scores. Therefore, self-control is the key of life skills that enable individuals to exhibit deferred gratification and experience positive outcome in various aspects of life. Self-control ይህ የህይወት ተሞክሮ ነው። Self-control. Question number 35. Aster is 8 years old and her parents asked her to decide to join university or to marry her beloved boyfriend. Based on this scenario, which type of conflict of motive Aster faces primarily? Approach A. Approach conflict. A. Avoidance conflict. C. Approach conflict. D. Multiple approach avoidance conflict. Question number 35. Answer A. Approach conflict. In an approach conflict, an individual must choose between two or more equally attractive or appealing options. Both joining university and marrying her beloved boyfriend are potentially rewarding choices, but Aster can only choose one. Question number 36. Which communication style more characterizes assertive behavior of a person than others? A. Lose-lose approach. B. Win-win approach. C. Lose-win approach. D. Win-lose approach. Question number 36. Answer B. Win-win approach. In assertive communication, individuals express their needs, wants, and opinions in a respectful and clear manner, while also considering the needs and feelings of others. The win-win approach, also known as assertive or cooperative communication, aims to find mutually beneficial solution where both parties feel satisfied with the outcome. This emphasizes open communication, active listening, and problem solving to achieve agreement that meet the needs of all involved parties. Okay, students, take a rest for a minute and then proceed. Question number 37. A child who saw an attractive toy at a supermarket requested his mother to buy it so as to satisfy his need. Despite his mother's lack of money, the child cried and insisted his mother to buy the toy. This indicates that the child is guided by moral principle, ego ideal, C. Pleasure principle, D. Reality principle. Question number 37. Answer C. Pleasure principle. The pleasure principle proposed by Simon Freud suggests that individuals seek pleasure and avoid pain in order to satisfy their biological and psychological needs. In this case, the child desires the attractive toy because it brings him pleasure or satisfaction. Despite his mother's lack of money, he insists on getting the toy, driven by the immediate gratification of his desire rather than considering external factors such as financial constraints. Question number 38. Every goal should be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Which of these characteristics of a goal needs understanding or potential in a good manner so as to achieve the goal? Specific, measurable, time-bound, attainable. ይቺን ነገር ወደ ራሳችን የምናምጣት እና ይዋት እስኪ understanding our potential in which goal? Answer D. Attainable. The attainable aspect of SMART goals emphasizes setting goals that are realistic and feasible given one's capability, resources, and circumstances. Understanding our potential and capability helps ensure that the goals we set are achievable and within reach. This involves assessing our strengths, weaknesses, skills, and limitations to set goals that we can realistically accomplish. Question number 39. Caleb is a freshman student who wants to score all courses above a grade of B. He is studying hard and his aspiration is good to be an achiever, but when he tries to talk with his friends, he has got difficulties in communication. What would you suggest the first step Caleb should take to solve his problem? A. Define and represent the problem mentally. B. Recognize and identify the problem. C. Mentor his or her progress towards the goal. D. Develop a solution strategy that alternatives and select the best one. Answer B. Recognize and identify the problem. Before Caleb can effectively address his communication difficulty, he needs to recognize and acknowledge that there is an issue with his communication skill. Once he identifies this as a problem, he can then move on to developing strategy to improve his communication ability. Question number 14. The feature of psychological disorder that one way or another creates a social, personal, and occupational problem on those who exhibit the behavior is A. Psychological disorder. B. Personal distress. C. Abnormality. D. Maladaptiveness. Question number 14. Answer D. Maladaptiveness refers to the behaviors, thoughts, or emotions that impair an individual's ability to function effectively in various areas of life, including social, personal, and occupational domain. When a behavior is maladaptive, it interferes with the individual's ability to meet their own needs and the expectation of society, leading to problems and difficulties in functioning. Therefore, maladaptiveness is a key characteristic used to identify psychological disorder. Question number 41. An executive manager is frightening middle line manager that they will be demoted if they do not work hard. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the executive manager demanded that middle line manager have to work more credits. A. Safety needs. B. Belonging needs. C. Physiological needs. D. STEAM needs. Question number 41. Answer A. Safety needs. Safety needs, the second level in Maslow's hierarchy, involves the need for security, stability, and protection from physical and emotional harm. The executive manager's demand for increased work performance coupled with the threat of demotion create a sense of insecurity and potential loss of job security for the middle line managers. Therefore, it primarily addresses safety needs in Maslow's hierarchy. Question number 42. Seasonal migration of animals can best be described with the dash theory of motivation. A. Instinct. B. Incentive. C. Arousal. D. Drive. Question number 42. Answer instinct theory of motivation. The instinct theory of motivation suggests that behavior are driven by innate biological instinct or tendencies. In the case of seasonal migration, animals are compelled to migrate based on innate instinct or genetic programming rather than external rewards, incentive theories, physiological needs, drive theory, or arousal level aroused theory. Therefore, the instinct theory best explains the seasonal migration behavior observed in animals. Question number 43. Which one of the following features does not belong to the physiological component of emotion? A. Change in an individual's heart rate. B. An individual's mouth becomes dry. C. An individual experiences fear. D. An individual's pupils of the eye dilates. A. Question number 43, answer C. An individual experience fear. While fear is an emotional experience, it is not a physiological response itself. Fear typically involves a combination of physiological responses such as increased heart rate, dry mouth, and dilated pupils, along with cognitive and subjective experiences. Therefore, fear is more closely associated with the cognitive or subjective component of emotion rather than physiological component. Question number 44. Suppose that while walking down the street, you are approached by a man with a gun who demands your money. According to James Lang theory of motion, you are most likely to conclude dash. A. Since your heart is pounding in this dangerous situation, you are afraid. B. You are afraid because your heart is pounding. C. Your heart is pounding because you are afraid. D. It is alright to be afraid in this situation. Question number 44. Answer C. Your heart is pounding because you are afraid. The James Lang theory proposes that emotions arise from physiological arousal. In this scenario, according to the theory, you would interpret the physical arousal, your heart pounding, as a direct result of feeling afraid in response to the dangerous situation. So, you would conclude that your heart is pounding because you are afraid. Question number 45. Dash is a lifelong continuous process of planning, implementing, and managing one's learning, work, and leisure in order to achieve life's objectives. A. Goal setting. B. Problem solving skill. C. Time management skill. D. Career development skill. Question number 45. Answer D. Career development skill. Career development involves a lifelong continuous process of planning, implementing, and managing one's learning, work, and leisure activity in order to achieve personal and professional objectives related to one's career. This process includes setting goals, problem solving, managing time effectively, and making strategic decisions to advance one's career and achieve success. Therefore, option D, career development skill, best describes the process outlined in the statement. Question number 46. In psychological assessment report of a client, accelerated heart rate, shortness of breath, feeling of choking, chest pain, nausea, feeling dizzy, fear of losing control, fear of dying, and an overall discrete period of fear or discomfort in which the above symptoms developed abruptly and reached a peak within 10 minutes are stated. Based on this report, which disorder is more likely presented? A. Agoraphobia. B. General anxiety disorder. C. Post-traumatic stress disorder. D. Panic attack. Question number 46. Answer D. Panic attack. The symptoms mentioned including accelerated heart rate, shortness of breath, feeling of choking, chest pain, nausea, feeling dizzy, fear of losing control, fear of dying, and an overall discrete period of fear or discomfort that developed abruptly and reached a peak within 10 minutes are characteristics of panic attack. A panic attack is an intense period of fear or discomfort accompanied by various physical and psychological symptoms. It is a hallmark feature of panic disorder but can also occur in other anxiety disorders such as agoraphobia and post-traumatic stress disorder. However, given the sudden onset and intensity of symptoms described, a panic attack is the most likely diagnosis. Question number 47. One way of reducing the massive forgetting that occurs immediately after learning is to A. Include group discussion when you study for the best test. B. Repeat the learned material. C. Organize your notes properly. D. Study very hard before the test. Question number 47. Answer B. Repeat the learned material. Repeatedly reviewing or rehearsing the learned material helps strengthen memory retention. This process, known as spatial repetition, enhances coding and retrieval process, leading to better retention of information over time. Therefore, option B, repeating the learned material, is an effective strategy for reducing forgetting after learning. Goethe never trusts anyone, even if the person is his own blood and flesh. He always anticipates that people are after him, even going on the road to school. He always turns around to look if someone is following him. Goethe is most likely to suffer from A. Obsessive compulsive disorder, B. Narcissistic behavior, C. Schizoid disorder, D. Paranoid disorder. Question number 48. Answer D. Paranoid disorder. Paranoid disorder is characterized by a pervasive distrust and suspiciousness of others, such as always anticipating that people are after him and being overly cautious about potential threats as described in the scenario. Individuals with paranoid disorder often have difficulty trusting others, even close family members or friends, and may frequently feel persecuted or targeted by others without sufficient evidence. Therefore, option D, paranoid disorder, best fits the symptom described in the scenario. Question number 49. You are assigned with 10 students from diverse cultural backgrounds at the same dormitory. All of you come from different cultural, ethnic, and religious backgrounds. To live peacefully with one another, what kind of diversity management skill will you not propose for the rest of your dorm mates? A. Avoid imposing values on one another that may conflict or be inconsistent with cultures. B. Being proactive in listening, accepting, and welcoming people. C. Increase level of understanding about each other's culture. D. Engaging in behaviors that show cultural insensitivity. Question number 49. Answer D. Engaging in behaviors that show cultural insensitivity. Cultural sensitivity is essential for promoting harmony and understanding among individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds. Engaging in behaviors that show cultural insensitivity, such as making derogatory remarks or jokes about someone's culture, can lead to tension, conflict, and lack of trust among dormmates. Therefore, option D would not be a suitable approach for fostering peaceful coexistence in the dormitory. Instead, options A, B, and C are all positive strategies that promote respect, acceptance, and understanding among individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds. Question number 15. Maaza is a university student. She is well organized, punctual, and with high level of motivation to discharge her responsibility. From the 5 traits dimension, on which trait is Maaza high most likely? A. Conscientiousness. Extrovert. Agreeableness. D. Openness. Please pause the video and answer the question by yourself. Question number 15. Answer A. Conscientiousness. Conscientiousness refers to the tendency to be organized, responsible, punctual, and achievement-oriented. Maaza's characteristics of being well-organized, punctual, and highly motivated to discharge her responsibility align closely with the traits associated with the conscientiousness. Therefore, option A, conscientiousness, is the most suitable trait dimension for describing Maaza based on the given description. Okay, student, this is all about the Addis Ababa University psychology final exam. So if you like the video, please subscribe the channel and share with your friends. If you have any question, comment, or suggestion, please write on the comment below. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. And for more, please comment us what have next to be worked. ምን መስራት እንዳለብን መቀጣይ ነገሩንና እኛ ምን ሰራለን ይቅናችሁ።